Hey everyone, welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. This is the Pete's Parlay Show that I do every Friday. I've been asked by my superiors to do a special parlay for the January 1st for the New Year's Day bowl games. So I looked over these lines, tough lines, but we previewed every game with handicappers, professional handicappers, and I also asked Brent from BetDSI, the lines manager at DSI Sportsbook, about each of these games in my weekly call with him on Thursday, where we discussed the sharp action. So I'll tell you what I'm going to take here. Some interesting games. I'd love to take Georgia. They're -10. Brent did tell me that that Georgia did take sharp action when they were at -8 and -9. He hasn't gotten any on them -10. That makes sense. I'd love to take Georgia. I think they're probably a decent bet, but 10 scares me off a little bit, so I'm not going to throw them in the parlay. Brent also told me, of course, that he got big sharp action from the get-go on South Carolina, and he's going to need Michigan big, but the line is creeping up there, and just a gut feeling tells me not to take it, although, South Carolina -5.5 is probably still a good bet. I'm not going to put it in the parlay, though. Then the Northern Illinois-Florida State game, people are kind of split on that one, and I think that the line that Florida State is probably a good bet. A little bit too uncertain about it to include it in the parlay. I'll tell you what I am going to include: two totals. Northwestern and Mississippi State over 52. Now, Brent told me that the public was all over the over in this one at 50, 50.5, 51, and now it's all the way up to 52. But interestingly, he hasn't yet gotten any sharp action coming back on the under. Now, that might happen, closer to kickoff, but it hasn't happened yet. So the public's all over the over. The sharps are not on the over, but the sharps haven't come back on the under. I like the over, so that makes me think it's relatively safe. So that's going to be one bet: Mississippi State, Northwestern in the Gator Bowl over 52. And then the Rose Bowl, Wisconsin-Stanford. I previewed this game with Dave Golikoff from AskMen.com. Any regular viewers of our videos know that Dave Golikoff has a great read on football in general. He's done great in NFL with us for about a year and a half now. And we kind of agreed that the under 47.5 might be a good bet. I think it's going to be one of those gritty games where there's going to be a lot of running, a lot of play in the trenches. 47.5 might be a bit of a high number here. So those are my two picks for the special New Year's Day parlay in college football. Northwestern over 52 -110. Stanford, Wisconsin under 47.5 -110. These are DSI lines, boys, and that's $100 to win 264.46. That's my New Year's Day parlay. Thanks for tuning in, guys.